Hi, my name is Roel Huining. I'm the CEO of JFK International Air Terminal. Welcome to JFKIAT. We're so glad to have you on board, and I really look forward working with you personally. JFKIAT was formed in 1997 when the company was selected by the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey to manage JFK Terminal 4, then known as the International Arrivals Building. Since then, both the company and the building have been under constant development and growth. At the time, the company, a consortium, was made of Lehman Brothers, a large financial services company from New York, Elcor, a large national real estate developer, and Schiphol USA, part of Royal Schiphol Group, an international airport company based in Amsterdam, and the manager of Amsterdam Airport Schiphol, the largest airport in the Netherlands. Through our contract with the Port Authority, we were given the opportunity to manage T4 until 2043. When we opened, we had around 4 million passengers, and by 2019 we had a passenger volume of more than 22 million passengers. As we continue to see the return of traffic following the COVID-19 pandemic, we expect our passenger volume to continue to grow. JFKIAT continually invests in initiatives to make T4 more efficient and provide customers with the safest, most seamless and memorable travel experience, one that is on par with the world's best airports. In 2001, we opened a new terminal with just 16 gates. In 2010, in partnership with the Port Authority, Schiphol and Delta Airlines, we announced a major redevelopment and expansion of the terminal with an additional 9 gates, which opened in May 2013. In 2015, Delta's regional jets moved to T4, prompting another expansion of 11 gates within the B concourse. We currently have a total of 36 gates and 23 airline partners. I want to talk to you about the strategy of the company. We have 6 strategic pillars around which we focus our business. The first pillar is to ensure a safe and secure environment. We want to strive for a zero-accident culture. That means we have to take leadership in ensuring that all of our passengers and fellow employees are safe and secure. The second pillar is enhancing the customer experience. That means that we all do our part to ensure that our customers have a great journey traveling through our terminal. We also have to make sure that we retain our margins. That means we have to make sure that we're controlling our costs and make sure that we can grow our revenue. Our revenue consists of payments by the airlines, made in order to use our facility, but it's also important that our commercial revenue from retail, food and beverage and lounges are secured. Our fourth pillar is to drive innovation. The world is in constant change, and we have to be sure to implement new technologies to maintain our position as a leader in aviation industry. The fifth pillar is around people and organization. We strive to be the best place to work. We can only do that by developing our leadership and people. We pride ourselves on our commitment to investing in our employees. Recent accolades, including 3 consecutive years on the Crane New York Business Top 100 Best Place to Work list, reflects the strength of our company culture. Our last pillar is to demonstrate our commitment to sustainable growth and conservation of our natural resources through the JFKIAT Comprehensive Sustainability Program. As operators of the largest terminal at JFK Airport, sustainability has always been a big component of JFKIAT's mission. We are committed to reducing our carbon footprint across our operations, and our sustainability priorities reflect the goals set by the Port Authority to reduce the carbon footprint at New York airports.
It really impressed me with how big of an operation it is and just how many airplanes go in and out of through the terminal every day. It's amazing to see this many people coming from all over the world.
I've always had the impression of this being a very innovative hub, I would say.
I felt very excited and nervous. At the same, I work for the airlines here at T4, check-in row 9 with the Etihad Airlines. The day I started with JFKIAT, it felt like a dream came true.
The impression was, wow, I get to see a different side of aviation operation and aviation construction that I wasn't otherwise exposed to. So it's been a development. I thought it was great. You know, it's a vast opportunity here when I first started, and so I was glad I made the switch.
Things move very, very fast. It's a busy terminal. There is a lot going on. Once you've been here a while, you sort of get used to that. I liken it to driving down the turnpike and everybody's doing 90 miles an hour. And you get used to that, but every so often you have to stop and look around and go, geez, actually this is moving very, very fast. I need to understand what's going on.
My first impression was the collaborative nature of JFKIAT. I was surprised that although you might be in different departments as someone else, everyone is working together for the same goal, and that's the overall success of the company.
My first impression, it was just overall opportunity and help all of these passengers.
What's exciting about working here is every day is different. There's always an opportunity to engage with passengers, with employees, with the multitude of airlines. You're exposed to many different cultures. It's very diverse here, and so you think you come in and do one thing and then you may experience a little bit more.
Every day is not the same. Every day it brings something motivating and something new to this terminal.
Not one single day has the same thing happen, and on top of that, the company is small enough that each individual's ideas matter, so it's really feasible to get fundamental things taken care of when you're in a company this small.
I get to and make a first-hand impact on the travel experience, especially I'm involved in the sustainability space. I get to make a long impact on our planet.
Almost every day, this is like a stadium that fills up with a whole new crew of people. And I just like seeing people from just all over the world. So you see just people dressed differently, people look differently, but they kind of all act the same, especially when they're meeting family members or having that moment where they depart.
I think JFKIAT overall is just a great place to work. I'm not just saying that because I'm the director of people operations, but we truly holistically care about employees. We offer a 50% match with the 401k, and especially in this day and age, that's unheard of. We also cover employees' healthcare benefits. They pay nothing out of pocket, so I think those things are really great.
I find exciting that we're at the airport. It's always exciting here. You go out on a walk and you're going to see 3 or 4 different things throughout the day. We're also working on different tasks and projects each and every day, and so I get my hand involved in all different realms that I wouldn't be at your typical environment.
It's a place that never sleeps. It's basically a copy of New York City, but with its own essence.
Work culture is very collaborative. We're very much dependent on each other. There's just so many things going on every single day, and there's just so many folks involved that it has to be collaborative. So we tend to do things together.
At JFKIAT, we have an entrepreneurial spirit and can-do mentality, which gives our employees a strong sense of ownership and empowerment, which is a driving force of innovation. Additionally, we are also highly engaged with our T4 and local community, which makes us a great partner to our customers and business partners.
If you look at it from top to bottom, you see, even in meetings regularly, leaders that have years of experience or new team members discussing ideas that are so important, and the younger generation happens to do it in a way that you don't happen to see in other industries or other companies, which is fantastic.
From a longevity standpoint, I think we also have a culture to try and keep our employees, and so we have engagements with them in order to keep them here and to keep them working and happy. I think that's a big part of the culture, is if you have a happy workplace, you have happy employees, you project that out to your business partners, to your airlines, and it makes a successful operation all around.
So we're a very entrepreneurial work culture. We are a small group of people. We describe ourselves as small but very mighty. The great thing about it being a small number of people is you can get real experience doing really interesting, different, good things.
It's really tight-knit. I feel comfortable calling up anybody in any department if I need anything from them. And really have no issues getting anything done. So it's really close. I consider a lot of the people working here my friends.
My journey has been very great at T4. As I said, I started with the airlines at T4 and now I'm with JFKIAT. Within the company, I moved in 8 years to 3 different departments.
From a professional development standpoint, it's the perfect lab to experiment and put what you've learned into action, for sure.
It's not always about the linear growth as much as it is professional growth and professional development, and we do have a lot of those offerings here.
While we are smaller and some of the opportunities come up a little less often than in many larger organizations, the steps are more meaningful, and there certainly is room for advancement.
You know, there's a lot of opportunity to do here. There's so many things that go on, and you know, there's an opportunity just to learn, but we also encourage folks to kind of take advantage of educational opportunities outside the airport, network with different people in this airport, as well as airports across the country and across the world.
Yeah, I think there is a lot of growth here. There's a lot of things you can do. If you look around the organization, you'll see that there's some folks who started off as operations supervisors who are now vice presidents. There are a number of success stories. There are some people who have moved out of the organization to expand their career and then come back to us.
I very much enjoy my job, so that has kept me working here. I think people have a tendency to be complacent, and I think in my position and in the growth I've had, I've not had an opportunity to be complacent because it has gone several levels. In the 10 years I've worked here, I've advanced in the capacity by title, and the job has just grown more intense because I've had more exposure to things than when I just started.
So my professional journey at T4 started over 10 months ago. So I joined towards the end of 2021. I used to work at a smaller facility in New York City, similar kind of environment, but I always wanted to come back to JFK, to the big leagues, right?
I think my professional journey is one of growth and constantly doing something new and different, and kind of meeting different people along the way over the 11 years. And I think what keeps me working here is we're always in a state of evolving, and there's always something new happening, whether it's new people, new airline, just new. So just that constant state of change.
So I started at T4 in 2014 as an operations supervisor, and in 2016 they created a role called terminal manager, and from there I moved into a back office role. So I've been on a pretty good path at T4. What's kept me here is I love aviation. I love what the company does, and it's really unique in the industry. So.
I think JFKIAT is a fantastic company, and I always want to say to people, please ask questions, be curious, and work hard.
Don't be afraid to go into the other IAT offices. A lot of times with our new operations supervisors, it seems that they feel like they have to stick to their office and are hesitant to go branch out and meet new people. But the quick way to learn everything in this terminal is to learn who's responsible for what. And the best way to do that is introducing yourself in person.
I would say keep your eyes and ears open and keep an open mind and just take it all in. And where there's an opportunity to do, just do. And raise your hand.
JFKIAT as a culture and a company has an incredibly strong work ethic. We all roll up our sleeves and give 110%. So we are expecting the same thing for you. So when you come aboard, come with a great attitude, because this is a best place to work. 3 consecutive years as the shooting of this video. So please give us that 110% so we can give you 110%.
It's very entrepreneurial, and if you're okay with leading yourself and leading your team while asking questions and making sure everything fits with our culture, that's the best thing I've seen so far. And I'm excited to learn more.
Individuality is important, and it is encouraged here inside the terminal. Our managers, our staff, upper management, they do encourage individuality, and I think it's important.
For new employees, I think the best advice to offer is be open. Be open for the criticism, be open for the learning experience. When you come into a job like this, even myself, I did not know a lot. And so the only way to gain that knowledge is to ask questions, is to be prepared to stand up, know that you may or may not make a mistake, and then be able to accept that if you did make a mistake, it's a learning curve. It's not necessarily negative, but it's how you grow. And without that experience and that growth, then where would you be?